Good morning to everybody. We've got Martin with us on Zoom. Yeah, let's go on. Never really picked up my Zoom classes. Everybody seems to prefer other hours of the day to just follow the video.
How many people do that?
Okay, I don't know how many free package, so it's not that much, but never filled up anyway. So. Not a problem. So, now let's get the arms involved as well, a little bit of shadow boxing. Try to make it a full upper body move. It's the shoulders which push the hands forward. The wrist, fingers, wrist loosen up. Fly problem or so. Where is that damn fly? Let's move the arms up a little bit. Try to keep your elbows close together. Move the hands high up. Martin, bring those arms in. Elbows together. Bring them back down again. And just forward. Here. Now, let's continue with the legs. Just rotation outward. Try to control the breathing, yeah? Start exhaling and start lifting up the leg. Let's continue with the straight leg. So the leg is really nice and straight. Well, exactly. Somebody else joining, are they? Yeah, things loosening up a little bit. Over there on the other side of the screen.
Yes. Keep behind.
Okay. Good. Now, let's go for a few forward bends and backward bends. Try to focus on the pelvis, we rotate it back, and then we bring the arms up, and then start leaning on the hips, lifting it up. And then exhale, come forward, flex the knees a little bit. Move it down. Inhale back up. Same thing. Tilt the pelvis a little back. And lift the post up. Lean back. And forward. Okay, big inhale up again, once more. Reach high up. And lean a little back. Try to use the hip joints, extend them out. And back forward. Loosen up the hips a little bit, give it a little shake. Move one leg back, then the other one. Okay, slowly up. Now let's have a look. Let's do a pyramid pose for a few variations. Let's take it just a step forward. Yeah. Right. Oops. That's what the glasses slide on my nose. That's Try to keep the feet relatively wide. Sort of hip width. One leg straight forward, one leg straight back. If they are too much one in front of the other, it becomes a wobbly pose and you close off the inside of your hip joint. So keep the feet relatively wide. And we first of all do a bit of a back bend again, trying to get the pelvis to tilt somewhat back, create a strong pose here, and then keep this alignment when we tilt the pelvis forward. You just go so far until you feel that stretch come up in the front of the leg. Keep pushing the back heel down as well, so not all the weight is on the front. And try to keep that alignment straight back. Okay, inhale slowly up. Step back. Again, make sure you've got a certain width to your step. So the feet aren't in alignment, they have to be a little bit separate. Both legs straight. We find a little length to the front and lean backwards, getting a stretch on the hip joints. And try to keep that alignment when we start leaning forward. It's the hip joint that does that. Pelvis now, its most forward position. And make sure there's pressure on your back heel as well. Just let the body slowly get up to length. Okay, inhale and up. And we step back. Good. Just a little straight, maybe one go forward fold, just to loosen up. Slowly up again. Let's go a little bit further. This time we take a step backwards. Lean forward, big step back. Maybe the heel this time so we can reach the floor. We're going to keep the front a little bit bent. Put that heel down into the ground. Even if we can't reach, we still aim for the floor there. Now we're going to bring the chest all the way down to the leg. And the leg is still bent, the front leg. We're going to just rest on top of that leg with the upper body. And push back. Try to get that back heel into the ground. In the meantime, while you're pushing the back heel back, you're also straightening out the front leg as much as you possibly can. It won't straighten completely, but it will do something. Okay, just a little bit to come up somewhat, so you can place your hands at your hips, and then we step forwards again into a straight position. Same thing on the other side. Step back, and try to press that back heel into the ground. And then slowly bring the chest down to the front and on top of the leg. Push that back heel into the ground. Try and straighten the front leg a little bit more. There before it won't straighten all the way. If you're staying stuck with your upper body to your leg, it's unlikely you can actually straighten the head completely. But we're trying. Okay, inhale slowly up. Hands in the hip. We step forward again. And just release the tension. Little wiggle. Good. Swap legs again. We step back. In my case, with the left foot. Now, let's start up the second step before. We're going down with the upper body on top of the leg. Keep the hands just slightly behind that front foot. This time, when we pull the body back, we allow the body to come up a little bit, and we try to straighten that whole front leg out. So it doesn't matter whether you can reach with your fingers over the ground, you can do your fingertips, or you can rest with your hands on the front leg. That's also possible. Try to balance the hips out. What I find in myself very often is process that I tend to lean a bit over to the right. So try to bring the pelvis back to the center. Lengthen the spine. Keep pressing the back heel to the ground. Okay, we flex the knee again. The body is on top of the leg. Hands go in the hips. We come up a little bit with the body. And then we can step back forward. Martin, come back up. Are you stuck down there? Okay, the other side. Step back. So the heel doesn't really reach the floor there. We bring the body down on top of the leg. The hands just behind the foot, the front foot. You can try the back foot, but yeah, a bit difficult. Okay, we start extending the front leg out. So you move away from the upper body and find your balance. Straighten the hips out. Be careful that the hip doesn't flare out. Keep the alignment. Press that back heel into the ground. Okay, flex the front leg again. Bring the hands in the hips. Slowly up with the body. We press on the inhale and we step forward. That floor.
That would change.
So let's see. Let's do it again from upward. So we take a step forward. This time we bring the hands behind the back. Lock your fingers. Then pull the shoulders all the way back. And once you got the shoulders back, you should be able to extend the arms a little bit more. Yeah, this will give us that straight spine that we need. And then we start leaning forward with the chest. And we just keep on going, round the spine off. You start pushing your hands up toward the ceiling. Try to keep the tension and pressure on both feet, not just that front foot. Okay, inhale slowly up. Yeah, let go of the hands. And a big step back again. Do the other side. So forwards. Hold the legs straight. Bring the hands behind the back. Pull shoulders back. And then extend the arms. And we slowly start to lean forward. When you have reached the end there, spine starts to curve. And we push the hands up to the ceiling. Okay, inhale up. Let go of the hands. Bend the front knee and push back. Good. Now, shake your arms out. Loosen them up. Now, I've done quite a bit of work in that, the variations of the pyramid pose. Let's do something a little bit different. Or wide angle. Just to get more of a work done. So initially, just try to stand as straight as you can. Keep the pressure on the outside of the feet, so the feet sort of tilt over like that. And start working on the pelvis. So the pubic bone pulls up a little bit. The coccyx tailbone pushes down. So a lot of tension here in the lower. Trying to control that pose. It should almost feel like we're externally rotating the legs. So as if your hips will want to do a backward bend. Lift that pose up. Now let's bring the hands again behind our back, shoulders back, extend the arms out, and with that straight alignment, bend forward. Push the hands up to the ceiling while flexing all we can. Extending the spine, pushing the chest forward. Keep working with the pelvis. The pelvis that now turns as far forward as we can. We can do a little shake with the arms to the left and the right, twisting the spine. A few times in both directions. Okay, back to the center. Big inhale and up. Okay, let go of the arms. Bring the feet together. Heel close to close. Good. Shake arms and legs out. We'll dive in a little bit deeper. So, let's go again. Wide stance. This time really as wide as we can get it. Maybe a little bit wider at least than before. So, yeah. Try to get the alignment again, just like before. Working with the lower abdomen. flex forwards. Try to keep a straight spine. If you can reach the floor, that's great. If you can't, you can put a few blocks on the ground, or you can keep your hands on your legs. We're going to focus on the spine now, trying to elongate the spine as much as we can. That means the pelvis actually does a little forward rotation. So we're pulling the tailbone up, pressing the pubic bone back. And then with the neck, we try to do the same thing. We're trying to reach with the back of the head. So we tuck the chin in a little bit. Just lengthen the spine as much as you can. Yeah, now we can shift the weight slightly further forward on the hands. You should notice probably there that it's hard to keep the spine in its alignment. Because if you then push back a bit more through the hips, you feel the pelvis working a bit more. Back to the center. Okay, we're going to close the legs a little bit. Maybe to only half the distance. And here, let's see if you can reach the floor, great. You can keep one hand on the floor. If you cannot reach the floor here, bring one hand to an opposing knee or leg. And so, whichever you can do. Hand on the floor or the opposing knee. And we're going to rotate the chest as far as we can and pull the other hand up. And try to get back to that alignment in the spine as before. Forward tilt with the pelvis. And as much as possible, straight spine, you can go with that. Try not to use the arm to pull yourself back. Push it with the arm just follows what the chest does. Okay, bring your arm back down. Take a moment there, just release some tension. And then we do the opposite side. So again, either one hand on the ground or opposing knee. And then we twist the chest up, push the hand up in the air. And be very careful not to use the arm as a lever to pull the body around. Really try to push the chest there. The arm follows with the line of the chest. Right up to the ceiling. Okay, slowly back down. Give it a moment here in the center, just wiggle a little bit left and right. And then we place the hands in the hips. Inhale slowly up. All the way up. Close the legs. Shake them out a little bit. We bend the knees. Almost feel a bit of on the inside of the knees with that. Yeah, so it's just nice to just bend a few times. Now, let's see how deep we can go now. Once more, all the way out. Flex forwards, hands to the ground, And then we start rounding off the spine all the way we can. The elbows point backward. Okay, good. Inhale, straight the spine out. Pressing the whole floor apart here. Now, there's one thing you can choose to do. It's difficult though. You can bring one hand between your legs a bit back. Take your weight on that and then see if you can bring the toes up. And then you can eventually place the other hand with that. Without destroying the floor.
I do my best.
Let's do one and start to lean back. Gotta keep your hands further back. You do the split now. Okay. Now, come back up. Close the legs, feet more or less hip wide, and just see how far we can go. So with the hips being loose, the muscles being lengthened, it should be a bit easier to reach the floor. But we're going to give that one more pull. The hands, wherever they can go around the legs. We extend the knees, extend the arms, extend the spine as much as we can. Lengthen every side of this triangle. And on the exhale, we start pulling the chest closer to the legs. Elbows bend outward. Shoulders away from the ears. Let your head hang loose. Just try to get as close to your legs as possible. Okay, good. Bend your knees. Big inhale all the way up. Reach up high. And then the hands to the chest. There you go, Martin. Are you still in one piece?
Oh, one piece, yeah.
Thank you for joining today. Again, I'll giving it some thought how we can do the classes on the beach maybe again. It probably would mean I cannot record them anymore, so we'll see how we do that. Anyway, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Uploading.
Thank you.
Bye.